afternoon and welcome to ABC 31 News Tonight. I'm Scott Beadle. Tonight's big story, the central Louisiana area has been involved with the law enforcement torch run for the Louisiana Special Olympics for 31 years now. Law enforcement agencies and corrections departments participate in the run in an effort to raise funds and awareness for the Louisiana Special Olympics.
So today we had the law enforcement torch run for the Sinla area. They ran around downtown Alexandria, Pineville area just now. They have 4 runs today and 1 tomorrow in this area, and it's all to benefit Special Olympics.
We're very proud to say that we have 2 brand new agencies on board, which would be the LaSalle Parish Sheriff's Office and the Grant Parish Sheriff's Office. So runs were held in both locations this morning. They went fantastically.
I do a lot of fishing and everything. I play golf and chocolate food. I do fact and that kind of stuff.
A ceremony to remember and honor Major Jimmy Chevalier ends the day of events at the amphitheater in downtown Alexandria. Major Chevalier was the Louisiana Law Enforcement Torch Run State Director for several years. He passed away in 2008. The Grant Parish Sheriff's Office received a report of a kidnapping in Richland Parish and believes the suspect and victim may be in Grant Parish. A corporal located the suspect's vehicle south of Georgetown near the edge of the woods. Deputies say the suspect, Samuel McMurray II, was armed with 2 pistols and had a bag with another handgun and a large amount of ammunition. It was discovered that he had marijuana in his pocket, along with Xanax. He was arrested on multiple drug and weapons charges. He is also expected to be charged with aggravated kidnapping in Richland Parish. Meteorologist Ross Whitley joins us now with our first forecast.
Hey, we're looking at temperatures out there still warm currently, and we got officially to 89 degrees. We should be around 85 for this time of year, so just a couple degrees above the average, but it felt much warmer than that with our humidity increasing today as well. If you can remember, back in 1906 and 1925, we set a record of 93 degrees, so another long-standing record. And last year we were at 83 degrees, so not too far from the average. We're going to watch the heat continue for the rest of the week, and we're going to look for some storms as we get into the weekend. Of course, I'll have the details on that in just a little bit.
Thanks, Ross. A traffic stop by the Grant Parish Sheriff's Office led to the discovery of drugs and the arrest of 2 people. A 1-year-old child was in the vehicle at the time. Thomas Evans Jr. was arrested for possession of crystal meth with the intent to distribute, possession of drug paraphernalia, obstruction of justice, and possession in the presence of a minor. Rachel Bishop was arrested for possession of crystal meth and a probation violation. The Grant Parish Sheriff's Office received a report that a man and woman had been at a garage sale for over 2 hours and were acting very suspiciously. When a deputy arrived, he discovered that the 2 people, Julius Layfield and Jennifer Driggers, had warrants for their arrest. The sheriff's office said the deputy discovered crystal meth in their possession as well. They were both arrested for drug possession, a probation violation, and an outstanding warrant. The Tunica Biloxi tribe will host its 22nd annual powwow this Saturday and Sunday at the Earl J. Barbary Senior Convention Center Plaza Casino Resort in Marksville.
And invite everybody in the community to come out and join us. It's an intertribal powwow. It's not just for Native people, it's for non-Native people, it's for everybody. It's great for families. It's a non-alcohol, non-drug event.
Great family event.
The Tunica Biloxi tribe invites the public to experience the history and the festivities. And this year, it is dedicated to families and education. Overnight, the city of New Orleans removed one of 2 remaining Confederate monuments in the city. City crews removed the equestrian statue of Confederate General P.G.T. Beauregard. He was the prominent military leader who led the attack on Fort Sumter in South Carolina, a siege that marked the beginning of the Civil War. This is the 3rd of 4 monuments to come down in the city. They will be placed in storage until the city finds a suitable place to display them, such as a museum. Protesters both for and against the statue gathered at the site as crews removed the controversial monument. Still ahead, more details into questions about whether President Trump asked the former FBI director to drop the investigation into former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn. Plus, severe weather tears across the Midwest, killing at least 2 people. Those stories after the break.
KLAX TV has been giving away great prizes month after month. Now, we're giving you a chance to win a $500 gift card to spend at Clark Dunbar Flooring Superstore. That's right, $500 courtesy of Clark Dunbar and KLAX TV. Visit us online on Facebook, on Twitter, and click register and get ready to win. Enter daily, share the post to increase your chances of winning. It's time to win from KLAX TV and Clark Dunbar Flooring Superstore.
Follow us on Twitter. More ways to stay connected with KLAX TV.
Some are calling the latest scandal to rock the White House President Trump's smoking gun. Allegations that he asked former FBI Director James Comey to shut down his investigation into former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn. Maggie Rulli has the latest out of Washington.
A commencement address to the United States Coast Guard.
Fight, fight, fight.
Turning into a defense of his presidency.
Look at the way I've been treated lately, especially by the media. No politician in history has been treated worse or more unfairly.
President Trump alluding to the weeks of chaos at the White House.
It seems like we are learning disturbing new allegations about President Trump, not just every day, but ladies and gentlemen, every hour.
Most recently, that bombshell allegation that the president tried to interfere with a federal investigation, allegedly asking then FBI Director James Comey to back off the investigation into his former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn. ABC News has confirmed that Comey wrote a memo detailing a meeting he had with Trump after Flynn was fired, in which the president allegedly said of Flynn, "He is a good guy. I hope you can let this go." But the White House is pushing back, saying the president has never asked Mr. Comey or anyone else to end any investigation, adding this is not a truthful or accurate portrayal of the conversation.
It is obvious there are some people out there who want to harm the president.
Other Republicans on the Hill are cautiously responding to the allegations.
We should see those notes. Let's see Director Comey's notes. Let's have him testify before Congress. And based on the facts laid out by him directly and those notes, then people can make a determination.
Many Democrats are not so reserved.
The president must be impeached.
At least 2 Senate committees have formally requested both classified and unclassified material from the FBI, including Comey's memo. They gave them a deadline of May 24th. Maggie Rulli, ABC News, Washington.
Deadly tornadoes tear through the heartland. Dozens of twisters damaged at least 100 homes, killed one person in Oklahoma and another in Wisconsin. Emily Rao has the story.
The telltale signs of a twister. Trees snapped in half, roofs peeled off of homes in Elk City, Oklahoma.
There it goes.
Overnight, more than 25 reported tornadoes touched down from Texas to Wisconsin. Emergency crews sifting through the wreckage in the dark, looking for survivors. Neighborhoods now littered with massive piles of debris.
Trailer court looks like it might have been leveled.
In Wisconsin, reports of a tornado mangling a mobile home park.
People were helping the lady out of the trailer, and her husband was buried inside, so I crawled underneath the trailer inside and then started removing the refrigerator from him. I think he made it.
Officials say the deadly storm system hit when many people were home. At least 25 people are hurt, including a child.
You know, there was walls on top of people is how it was described to me. I would describe it as total destruction.
Ooh, some hard to look at pictures right there. Well, Ross joins us again with a look at our weather here.
Yeah, not dealing with anything like that. Thank the Lord, as we're only seeing warm temperatures out there. As a matter of fact, we were actually the warmest in the state today with 89. We're going to continue to see the heat, and we're forecasting for storms over the weekend. I have the details coming up.
So if it wasn't you, who killed Michael Jackson?
This May on The Dr. Oz Show.
I just know there was a doctor in the house treating him, and he ends up dead.
Gone too soon. What really happened to your favorite stars? Oz investigates. Fast food packaging alert.
Do these chemicals leach into your food and into your body?
Plus, Monday Dieter. Plans and detoxes to get you back on track by summer. All May on Oz.
Watch Dr. Oz weekdays at 11 on KLAX TV.
Hi, meteorologist Ross Woodley looking at our current conditions. Still warm out there, 85 degrees, mostly cloudy. And the biggest thing to note here is the dew point's up near 70, so it's feeling uncomfortable outside, even with the wind blowing out of the south at 20 miles per hour. We're going to see gusts today upwards of 25 and even 30 miles per hour until we get into the later evening. As the sun goes down, we'll lose some of the energy that's associated with that low-level jet, and our winds will start to die down. Across the rest of the state, still the warmest here in Alexandria at 85, Leesville at 83, Lake Charles at 80, Lafayette at 81, and Baton Rouge at 84. Monroe sitting at 85 as well. We're going to continue to see the warmth as we go into the overnight hours. Remember, just 2 days ago, we had a low of 62. And last night, we had a low of 67. And tonight, we're going to have a low of 71. So not even getting into the 60s. And that's thanks to all of the humidity and all of the warm air that continues to push into our area. We will get some relief as we get into the weekend. But looking at our overnight lows in the immediate vicinity, Marksville at 70, Alexandria 71, Boyce at 70, Oak Grove 70 as well. All of us sitting right there in the lower 70s, so nobody feeling the comfort of the 60s. Our weather headlines as we work in through the rest of the week, we'll see morning clouds tomorrow and then sun in the afternoon. Really no chance of rain tomorrow, but we will have some low-level clouds to start the day off. Scattered thunderstorms Friday evening, especially 4, 5, 6 o'clock and on. And then temperatures, once again, the story as they're going to be remaining in the mid to upper 80s, even with the increase in rain chances. For our surface map tomorrow, we're going to see the humidity even more increasing. So we're already near 70 on dew points. We will probably be in the 70s most of the day tomorrow. So temperatures in the mid 80s with dew points in the 70s. It's going to feel like 90 plus out there tomorrow, so it's going to feel quite warm. We're watching severe storms in the middle of Texas and the middle of central Oklahoma, and these storms could actually mean some business, probably a big tornado outbreak for the plains tomorrow. Luckily here, we're just dealing with the heat and the humidity. Our day planner for tomorrow, seeing the clouds in the morning, temperatures rounding out around 88 degrees. At 5 p.m. we'll see temperatures dropping to around 87. Forecast highs all across the area tomorrow, right near 90 in a lot of places, and with dew points once again near 70. We're going to continue to see the heat rolling through the rest of the week. Better chance of storms as we go into Saturday and Sunday. Put it around 60% for both on the weekend, and then cooling off just a touch as we get into next week. Scott?
All right, thank you, Ross. If you are traveling this Memorial Day weekend, you're going to have a lot of company out there. AAA predicts that 39.3 million Americans will travel 50 miles or more over the holiday. That's about 1 million more than last year. AAA attributes the spike in travel to Americans' confidence in the economy. Air travel is increasing by nearly 6% over last year. The top destinations are Orlando, Florida, Rome, Italy, and London, England. And speaking of air travel, Delta Airlines tops the list for on-time arrivals for March in the latest government rankings, followed by Hawaiian, United, and American. Meanwhile, Virgin America had the highest rate of delayed flights, and discount carrier Spirit Airlines drew the most consumer complaints. The report, which covers the 12 largest U.S. airlines, also found airlines bumped 1 in every 16,000 passengers for the first 3 months of the year, the same rates as early last year. JetBlue had the highest rate of bumping travelers, while Delta had the lowest bumping rates. Apple may unveil new MacBooks next month, and Facebook likes can just about give a picture into your soul. Jane King is at the NASDAQ market site with those stories and more in today's Tech Reports.
Apple will unveil new laptops during its annual developer conference known as WWDC next month. That's according to a report in Bloomberg. The company will refresh the MacBook Pro with new 7th generation processors from Intel. The company will also update the 12-inch MacBook. Well, marketers can gather all kinds of information about you based on what you like on Facebook. Now, after you like just 10 Facebook pages, advertisers or political campaigns can get to know you as well as a colleague. That's according to research from Cambridge University in the UK. After 70 likes, as much can be known about you as a close friend knows. And after 150 likes, you've essentially given up as much about yourself as your parents know. Well, SpaceX launches a second rocket in as many weeks. The rocket carried a satellite that will provide mobile broadband connectivity to users on land, at sea, and in air. SpaceX launched a spy satellite on May 1st. And Instagram has added face filters as the social media networks all copy each other. Instagram is rolling out 8 filters to start, and they look familiar to Snapchat users. Bunny ears, animal faces, versions of crowns. Now, this comes as a bad time for Snapchat, which is seeing user growth slow. From the NASDAQ market site in Times Square, I'm Jane King with your Tech Report.
If your favorite part about eating Lucky Charms cereal is the marshmallows, well, listen up. General Mills is giving away 10,000 boxes of marshmallow-only Lucky Charms. 2 years ago, Lucky Charms had a similar promotion. This time around, they're putting special codes on regular cereal boxes. Customers can enter that code on a website to win. There are details on marshmallownly.com. Exercise. Even if you're old and out of shape, it is crucial for your health, but what kind of exercise is best? A new study might just have the answer. With more, here's Dr. Timothy Johnson.
Obesity, a major threat to the health of the country, but perhaps even more so to older Americans. In fact, more than 1 in 3 Americans 65 and older is obese, and that additional weight can come with real health consequences. Now, in a new study, researchers found that the solution to the problem lies in exercise. And for those asking whether this means cardio training or weight-bearing resistance, the answer is both. A team led by Veterans Affairs researchers studied 160 obese older people, assigning them to different exercise programs. Some followed a cardio workout plan, some did resistance training, and some a combination of the two. What they found is that those who combined both exercises fared the best in terms of bone strength, lean muscle mass, and overall physical function. And while there were some potential risks of exercise, like joint pain and falls, the benefits were too important to ignore. The message to older Americans is clear. When it comes to exercise, even if you are obese, it's never too late to start. With this Medical Minute, I'm Dr. Timothy Johnson.
Coming up in sports, highlights from the Houston Astros' league-leading 29th win. And we'll recap last night's interstate showdown between LSU and Northwestern State.
I'm Chris Hansen, and this is Crime Watch Daily. We get bad guys arrested. This is why heroin is such a problem, and you're part of it. You get warrants issued.
I went to meet somebody, and they say that she's underage.
And with your help,
the real perpetrators, they're going to be sitting in prison, and my daughter is going to be free.
You get justice served.
Very grateful for Crime Watch Daily.
Airs weekdays at 3 on KLAX TV. Download the KLAX weather app for your smartphone or tablet. Get live current conditions, radar maps, alerts, and more. More ways to stay connected with KLAX TV.
There hasn't been a team in the major leagues hotter than the Houston Astros. Through the first 6 weeks of the season, the Stros have been head and shoulders above the rest of the competition, and today they look to finish off a road sweep of the Miami Marlins. Houston currently holds the best record in the big leagues. Into the first inning of a scoreless game, Jose Altuve is going to pull one down the line. Look out there, Blue. George Springer rounds third. He's coming in to score to put the visitors up by 1. To the fourth now, still 1-0, and it is Derek Dietrich hitting and Jake Marisnick doing this. Mama Marisnick going to need some shout tonight. Full extension, robbing the Miami third baseman of at least a couple of bases. The Astros, though, they soon thereafter put some distance between them and Miami. Bags juice. George Springer going to just throw his bat at this one. Extend my streak to 3 on MLB.com's Beat the Streak. 2 runs come on in. It's 3-0. Bottom 6 now. Fish threatening until Lance McCullers gets A.J. Ellis to ground out harmlessly to second. It may not be Friday, but it's a fish fry nonetheless. The Astros sweep away the Marlins with the 3-0 victory. The Northwestern State Demons baseball team went on the road for the final time this season on Tuesday, and the outcome was a disappointing one. Playing in a midweek lone standing game at 10th-ranked LSU, the Tigers jumped on top of the Demons with 2-run innings in 3 of the game's first 4 frames. Greg Diekman got the scoring going in the first with his 17th long ball of the year. The 2-run blast wasn't the only ball to leave the yard for the Tigers. Kramer Robertson and Zach Watson also went downtown in the 9-3 victory. Austin Townsend homered for the Demons in the loss to drop NSU to 1-7 in games played against ranked opponents. The Demons will finish up their season at home this weekend when they host the Privateers of New Orleans in a 3-game series. LSU wraps up the regular season with a 3-gamer in Starkville that gets underway Thursday night. Forward Donatas Motiejunas isn't planning on returning to the New Orleans Pelicans next season. The 26-year-old will hit the open market on July 1st as an unrestricted free agent, and according to the 4-year veteran, he's most interested in winning an NBA title and doesn't believe the Pels are anywhere close to doing that. Motiejunas, who averaged 4.5 points, 3 rebounds per game over 34 games for New Orleans last season, said he'd accept a low-dollar 1-year contract to make that happen. Now, Motiejunas, who is targeting the Warriors, Spurs, Jazz, and Wizards in free agency, says he would continue his career in Europe if he doesn't find any attractive offers. The 2016 NFL season saw the most games to finish in a tie since 1997, and that has prompted the league to make a slight change to their overtime rules. According to NFL.com's Judy Batista, NFL owners are expected to approve dropping overtime from 15 minutes to 10 in regular season games at next week's meetings. For a proposal to become an NFL rule, it has to get a yes vote from 24 of the league's 32 owners. If the overtime rule proposal were to pass, it would have no bearings on the playoffs, according to NFL research. Now, 22 of 83 overtime games that have been played since 2012 have gone for more than 10 minutes. So does that mean more ties? Does that mean different strategy? That's the big question in all this.
A lot of questions in how that plays out.
Yeah, exactly.
And of course, it's always controversial anytime you're talking about changing those extra innings, extra time at the end of a game. Anything like that.
People don't like messing with tradition, that's for sure.
Very much so. Yeah, but as you said, a lot of strategy changes potentially there if you got that extra time, and players probably also are looking at this as less chance of injury.
Yeah, because teams, that's true, but teams aren't going to want to tie. That just also messes everything up. They're going to take some extra chances, I think. It'll be interesting.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Zach. Before we go, the video you have to see of a dog who likes to lounge in a very unusual spot. We'll introduce you to Huckleberry when ABC 31 News returns.
ABC 31 KLAX, the exclusive provider of ABC programming in Central Louisiana. We are the only station where you can watch new, first-run ABC programs like Dancing with the Stars, Designated Survivor,
Strike the Enemy,
Grey's Anatomy.
Grey's can deliver.
Damn right. Hi, I'm Michael Bailey. Call me at the number on the screen. See how easy and affordable television advertising can be.
A golden retriever in Austin, Texas is drawing a lot of attention. Every morning, Huckleberry makes his way up to the roof of Justin and Allie Lindemuth's home. He's been jumping on the roof since he was about 9 months old. The Lindemuths say social media posts about his roof jumping have made him one pretty popular pup. The popularity increase led the couple to put a sign out in front of their home, letting people know that the family does know he's up there. The Lindemuths only allow Huckleberry on the roof when they're home, and Huckleberry has his own Instagram page, @HuckTheRoofDog.
He's a talented dog.
Talented dog, that's a great spot to watch out for any sorts of critters that might be out in the yard.
I bet they have no squirrels in their attic. I bet the squirrels are completely gone. That is awesome.
The squirrels probably just don't know what to do when the dog is at that elevation. Usually the trees are nice,
Well, I mean, like squirrels usually go to the roof to get away from the dog, and now the dog's on the roof. So what does the squirrel do? I want that dog. I wonder if we can steal that dog. No, I won't steal a dog. I'm just. Can we train
dog napping? Come on, Ross.
I'm just saying, it's a talented dog. It's cool.
It's got an Instagram page.
It does.
Yeah, it does.
It does. Let's look at the final weather one last time. 7-day forecast showing the heat staying with us through tomorrow. We cool off just a bit as we go into Friday and Saturday. We'll watch some isolated showers and storms for Friday. Better chance at seeing it Saturday and Sunday. Then a little bit cooler as we start next week. Remember, average for this time of year, 85 degrees, so not that far off.
All right, thanks, Ross. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.
When it comes to cleaning up the streets of Boston,
this is who I am. This is what I do. Now get me in there. He did it, and I know where the proof is.
It's ladies first. Rizzoli and Isles.
Weekends at 11 on KLAX TV.
When a case seems unsolvable, they see the incredible. Murder, motive, secrets. Bones Weekends.
Watch Bones. Weekends on KLAX ABC 31.
What made me physically change? Anger. Extreme anger. Whenever my anger mounts up, when the metamorphosis happens, I don't even know what it does. That means it's uncontrollable.
The Incredible Hulk on MeTV Alexandria.